All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
And so last week we spent some time on a tragedy that was going on in Mexico. A girl by the name of Shanquila. Do you remember what her last name was?
No.
So she had gone down to Mexico with her friends. Well, yeah, quote unquote friends. And after a while, they called her mom or her parents and said, hey, I think she's got alcohol poisoning. We're going to take her to the hospital. Called her a little while later, said she died of alcohol poisoning. They got the report back, and she had actually died of head injuries and spinal cord injuries. And then a video surfaced of her supposed friend just ragdolling her, beating the shit out of her. And one of the guy dudes that was there that had gone with them had filmed it, right? Everything right so far?
Yeah, and I was surprised that even the next morning it came out on the news.
Yeah, they've been all over it, and they had. As a matter of fact, we got done recording that night, and I went back into my room, and there was already a note saying that the Mexican government is going to look into it, and they're actually going to get involved in the investigation of it. And in that same thing, they had the same questions we did, like, what power do we have because it happened in Mexico? What jurisdiction do we have? So it's good that Mexico gets involved, but what happens if their investigation leads to it being her friend? Are they going to go ahead and try to extradite her back to Mexico and send her down? Send whoever down. I would think that they would have to at this point.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what the U.S. rules are, what our laws are in regards to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't commit enough crime to have to worry about, what the extradition to Mexico is. You know what I mean?
And there's another list that we're on.
Right? But let me ask you a question, because we did a lot of what ifs last week about it, right? Like, what if it was your daughter? How would you handle it? What if this? What if that? But let me ask you this. Say you're the mother of the friend, the girl that ragdolled her.
Okay.
Right? Go down to Mexico. She went. Oh my God, there's a news report about your friend. What happened? Oh, she was drinking and she died drinking, right? And then the video comes along. And you're the mom and you see that video. What do you do? If you're the mom and your daughter that's in this video beating the shit out of her friend is upstairs listening to the new whoever the hell's hot right now, what do you do?
That's a good question. I didn't think about it from that point of view. Yeah, because you don't want anything to happen to your kid.
But would you dime your kid out?
Well, in that situation, it's you're not doing anything because whatever's out, whatever everybody already knows. Are you saying what if your daughter or that person told you some more? Because the video's out there, everyone's seen the video.
Right.
The story that they have about the alcohol poisoning, everybody knows that story. So you're not diming your kid out because
everybody knows all the information.
Everything's, there's nothing new that you can bring to the table.
Unless your daughter said, well, look. Because, really, say they got there and they went to dinner at 5 o'clock to go drink and to go have dinner and drink, right? And she was dead by midnight. That's 7 hours. Nothing can happen within a 7-hour period between friends that would make you want to kill your friend.
I think that's a stretch, but okay.
I'm thinking they went out, They got a little drunk. They went to the clubs. Old girl was acting dumb. They got pissed. And alcohol played a part to where it got violent. And I don't think they meant to do that. That's just what happened.
No, because I don't believe that. Only because, like I said, even if alcohol is playing, well, I guess the only outside factor would be the hype man. If he was really hyping up the chick that was beating the shit out of her, like if he was really egging her on, could that have been enough to make her stomp her out that much harder and enough to kill her? Because
well, she's drunk. She probably thinks to some extent that what she's doing is funny. So if he's back there, well, why aren't you fighting back? Fight back. So she starts hitting harder, not letting her fight back.
Because when I heard
You mind if I drink this?
No, good. So when I watched the video, or I was listening to our podcast in the car, I clearly heard Shanquila when the guy said, "Can't you even fight back?" And she said, "No." She unequivocally said, "No." Like she was just out there.
Well, that no could mean I don't want to. That no could mean I'm so drunk I can't.
Well, then she should have said that. Victim blaming. I'm just joking. For fuck's sakes.
Well, but either way, I think you have to be able to say, okay, that's enough. I mean, if your friend's on the floor and you're beating the shit out of her and say, "Wait, why don't you fight back?" I can't. Well, that's got to be a fucking sign, right?
Well, maybe she did something bad enough that they were like, "You deserved his ass whooping."
Because when somebody was sitting on George Floyd's neck and he said he couldn't breathe, that's the same shit, right?
No.
No matter how he meant it.
No. She was just getting, peppered up, and they said, "Fight back." She said, "No." But she wasn't saying, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to die." I mean, that's a stretch call, the George Floyd example.
I don't think it's that far of a stretch, dude. The girl's clearly in the video is clearly incapacitated. She couldn't move. Like she was getting fucking ragdolled. And this girl's stomping her and kicking her and hitting her and being videoed by her so-called friend. And I would go so far as to say that she didn't realize how bad she was getting fucked up in the moment.
Yeah, of course, because she was drunk. I think nobody thought it was really that bad.
That's how a lot of murders happen.
Fuck. So let's say you're at home, your daughter comes back from Mexico. Oh man, what a tragedy about your friend. Mama, let me tell you what happened. And she tells you a different story than what was being played out in the media, what she had told everybody else. Which gives her up completely.
It makes it her fault.
Yeah, completely her fault.
Okay, let's put it a different example.
Okay.
Would he be able to finish first? Is that?
Don't even know what my example is. I really want to change it. Now go ahead.
No, because we're focusing on the actual person that did the swinging. Let's say my daughter was one of the friends that were just in the room. Not the one actually fighting.
She was an accomplice.
She was a witness.
Accomplice.
So
she didn't come forward. She'd accomplice.
So now she comes home to America and says, "This is what really happened. They got drunk. She was acting up. She was acting a fool. So they had to check her, and it just went too far." Now what do? That's how you could dime somebody, your kid out.
Okay, so if that happens, Do you tell your kid, go get some clothes on, go get your shoes on, we got to go down to the police station?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you do that?
Yeah, because my daughter, I mean, she ain't got nothing to do with it.
Sure she does. She was in the room, didn't stop it. She didn't tell anybody what really happened.
Hold on.
Until she got home.
But she can't get in trouble for that.
Sure she can.
How's that?
She's an accomplice after the fact.
Hold on a second. If you was at a party.
She's an accomplice after the fact.
Hold on. If you was at a party and one of your friends got into it with somebody and your friend pulled out a gun and shot him, are you could have, you didn't have no time to stop it? You didn't know what was going on? You didn't know that was going to happen? Now you're in trouble?
Yeah, because you did you call the cops right away? Did you come forward to the cops right away?
They did. They called the doctors.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and told them, oh, she been drinking. She drank too much. They lied. So they were already trying to come up with excuses as to what happened, not telling the truth.
They're 25 years old. They're scared. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, then that's they bad.
Hey, don't get me wrong, it is, but you're saying accomplice. That's not an accomplice.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
In the eyes of the law, absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely.
So it's not like the friends helped out. They were just, hey.
But they're your friends, right?
They're handling their
birds
business.
of a feather flock together.
They got to work it out right now.
That's what they were doing. That's how she died to begin with.
Well,
they was trying to work it out.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't think it was going to go that far.
Working out her head into the cement. That's crazy.
But this story's gonna last a while until the truth comes out, and the truth will come out.
Yeah,
because of that video.
Yeah, and it's way too far already for it not to. You know what I mean? The fucked up part is, I went to go look for the video because I didn't get a good look at it that night because I was just listening to the audio, right? Dude, there's so many fucking fake videos and what's it called when they bait switching? Oh, it's supposed to be this, and you go to it, and it's like,
oh, what's that called?
Yeah, bait switching, right?
Fucking clickbait.
Clickbait. So then you have now you're sitting there 50 minutes of fucking something else. You're like, wait, that's not even what I was fucking looking for. Hey, I gotta go find it again, and all these different yeah, dude. It's terrible.
It's a bad video to begin with.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's only like 20 seconds
It's probably
long.
shot on an Android.
So it's only like 20 seconds long. I wonder how long it really went on for, though.
Oh, yeah, because that 20 seconds started with in the middle of the beatdown.
Yeah, because homeboy had to put down his drink, find his phone, unlock it, get to the video part of it.
And well, that's why he was saying, can't you just fight? Because she was already getting roped up for a minute. So the video started.
As a father and you saw that and it was your daughter that got beat, wouldn't that infuriate you?
Oh, yeah.
Would you at least go after him? And give him a couple of cracks and ask him, you can't even put your hands up? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
You go knock on his door and do him like that one movie with the Irish guy from
True Detective.
Is that what it's called? Yes, a TV show, right?
Yes.
Where he goes and hits the dude with the brass knuckles.
Yeah.
For his kid. That's the shit. Dude, that's a great scene, bro. It's a great scene. That show sucked, but that was a great scene. Yeah, dude. That's just. There's so many questions. They just left so much out there that.
I just hope that what happens is televised, meaning we find out. It's not like it's going to be an old news story and we don't even find out what happens.
Oh, there's a Lifetime movie being made right now already. They're just filming the shit they know, waiting to fill in the holes. You kidding me? So a really rough transition, but Thanksgiving's in a couple of days, dude. What are you looking forward? What do you look forward to eat the most on Thanksgiving?
I think we asked this question already, didn't we?
Did we?
I think
Last
so.
year.
I think we asked it last week.
No.
Did we?
It was actually
You
last
sure?
year, yeah.
Okay.
It could have been. Because you do the one at the park, then you're at your mom's, and then at your house, right?
No, just the park and my mom's, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I deep fry a turkey at the park. So that's always good eating right there. If I don't burn it this time. Last time I just let the oil get too hot. I wasn't paying attention.
Made it Cajun.
Yeah. Crispy on the outside and still bloody on the inside.
Gross. Bloody turkey. What do you look forward to on?
You can look to last week's episode. No, I'm just kidding. If we do fried chicken this year,
He's
what are
not.
they
chicken.
doing? Damn. Yeah.
You make it or you buy it?
No, my brother makes it,
Really?
but nobody asked for it. Like if you don't ask for it, he doesn't make it. And last year I asked for it too late, so he didn't make it. I don't know if it's too late now, but you can call him.
So ham, turkey, yams, mashed potatoes. Yeah, because we were talking about that 2 people were bringing mashed potatoes
Oh yeah,
this time.
Weren't you the one that puts the cranberry in a sandwich with some turkey?
Yup.
I do it with ham, mashed potatoes, and cranberry. Yeah. And then in the little Hawaiian roll and just chow down.
And just kind of dip it in the gravy.
Sweet and
The
savory.
fried chicken, is it like breaded like KFC or is it just fried?
No. He breads it. They overnight it in
Buttermilk.
seasoning and buttermilk, and then they bread it and fry it. It's really good. I know I was supposed to bring you some last year, but he never made it. So I don't know if he's going to this year. I can hit him up and see. Try to get him to make some and bring it over. They're doing mac and cheese this year too. Somebody's bringing mac and cheese.
Love mac and cheese.
But I don't know if they're doing like the crispy.
The baked mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Just fucking
Just regular old.
flour, butter, milk, cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack, noodles. That's all you need. Don't throw fucking Parmesan on top and bake it. That's the fucking worst.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you
That
heard
ruins mac and cheese.
You like
Throw
Kraft
some
mac
bacon
and
in
cheese?
there. Sometimes.
Kraft mac and cheese is pretty good.
If I want mac and cheese and I don't want to pay for it, I'll just, because we get the little cup ones, so I'll do 2 of those.
You can't.
What?
What's wrong with that?
That's nasty. Just add
It's
water.
the same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
Yes,
That's
it is.
nasty.
What's the difference?
I've never had it, so.
All right, Milo.
You know what's pretty good? If you like mac and cheese, get a Cracker Barrel brand.
Does Cracker Barrel even exist? Like, I've heard of this place, but I've never ever
Dog,
seen
you never
one.
eaten at a Cracker? Oh,
Is it good?
it's a good breakfast spot. They make this cheese potatoes.
Oh, those
off
are good.
the hook. It's potato cakes like with
Fucking, what is it, au gratin? Or is it
au
scallop
gratin.
potatoes?
when we used to go to Phoenix every year, we on our last day we'd go there for breakfast. And coming back from Manuel's
Okay.
Sunday, I passed, I saw the signs. I was like, oh, man, if I had left earlier, I'd have stopped in by myself.
What about okay, so Cracker Barrel.
Hold on, real quick. The Cracker Barrel brand, look at because they got different flavors. Only 2 or 3, but get one that you got to bake it for a little while because it's got breadcrumbs and stuff. Dog, it's off the hook.
Yeah,
Serious.
that sounds good with the little crunchiness on top.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that.
Or
I'll
you
get the
take
crunchiness from
It's not
bacon.
that crunchy, but it's good. It really is.
or take Cheez-Its and crush up the Cheez-Its and bake it on top.
Yeah.
Somebody said that was really good. I don't know.
Was that on one of your TikToks?
Yeah, bitch, what?
Of course it was.
I spoke to my uncle a couple weeks ago, and he reminded me of this story I told him that I don't remember.
Okay.
But you had mentioned it when we were talking about that video of the situation in Mexico, how it was grainy, and you said it was probably shot on a Android. My nephew, my uncle was telling me that he just recently told someone this story had told him 10 years ago, maybe, that about 10 years ago, my son, he has a group of friends. And I asked my son about this one kid. I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
And I said, hey, I haven't seen such and such. What's going on? You guys still cool? He's like, no, we don't talk to him no more. And I was like, what happened? You guys have a falling out? What's going on? He goes, he has an Android phone. And I was like, so what does that mean? He's like, you don't understand. You're old type deal. And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
Yeah, I don't understand. And my uncle was telling me he was cracking up because he remembered that story. And I said, you know what? I don't remember that at all. However, we have someone in our group text that has an Android phone, and I can understand it now.
Right. Yeah. Tony said, yeah.
Yeah, every time he sends a video, it's all grainy. We have to hit him on the side. Hey, send that to me direct because it's
I can't see it. It doesn't open up much bigger than the way you send it.
That's what I had to do with all my videos from our first time in Vegas.
Who shot it?
My uncle, and he's got an Android. And I think we were out there shooting, and he goes, I'll just email him to you because I know you'll talk shit if I send him through text.
Why is it like that, though?
Just
I think it's the
format.
different operating systems.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. But he had me dying.
That's fucking funny.
You don't understand.
You don't get it, Dad. We're iPhone gang.
I was like, what? Was the bubble green and you just want them all to be blue? I don't get it. But now I get it, I guess.
Well, because like if everybody is an iPhone,
You can do like group FaceTimes.
yeah, you do that. Also, if people are texting like in a group text and they're all fucking iPhones, you can respond to one person directly.
In the group chat, you can reply to...
a specific text.
Yeah, you can create a separate thread of messages.
As opposed to having to respond with everybody on it. You know what I mean? Like you could just respond to that one text. That's why you get lost all the time and shit. You know what I mean? Probably help you out if everybody had an iPhone.
Holy shit.
Just saying. Make it a lot easier that way, right?
He does have an iPhone. It's the other person that...
Who is it that has Android?
Big Lou.
Lou, yeah.
Lou, yeah.
Yeah, Lou seems a little dinosaurish.
Oh, he's not that big.
That's not what I meant. I meant technology-wise.
There's another news story. Did you catch this one? About the college student?
Be more specific.
White female college student called a black college student the N-word. You catch that one?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. I don't.
Dude,
I don't know at all.
bad. And I feel bad not only just because of what the black girl went through, but I remember when going to visit my kids at college.
And being called that?
No, they've
That's where it was
got
going.
they've got the dorms. They've got the people working there,
Right?
and they're there to protect everyone. Make sure everything's going legit. Make sure the people who are going up the stairs are supposed to be there.
Right.
And they're there all night. That's their job as they're going to school.
What do they call it? They have a specific name.
They're not the RNs. I think it's an RN or an RA.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's already.
RA.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But there's like an RA for each floor.
Okay.
But that's not them. They're the ones that they almost act like security.
Okay.
So this girl was acting like security, like she's supposed to. This drunk white girl comes to try to take the elevator, and they said she was stumbling. She could barely stand up. And this girl came to ask her if she was okay, if she needed help. I mean, she was there to help her. Say, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And the white girl was like, leave me alone, you N-word. You're just an N-word. Da-da-da. And of course, the cameras come flying. The videotaping starts. And she's just calling her out, trying to swing on her.
The white girl was trying to swing on her?
Yeah. But she was so drunk, it was just like, oh my God, come on.
Really?
They call the police. She starts swinging on the police.
Fuck.
So, of course, they take her to jail. Big news story. They kick her out of school. She's a senior. The girl she was berating I think she was a freshman. So her whole college life is done.
Well, any career that she was expecting on getting outside is...
And I heard they pressed charges, the police, because obviously she tried to swing on some police officers. She had to get a lawyer. She's out on bail. All this good stuff.
on bail.
And I heard that she actually, I don't know if she gave an interview, but she gave a statement saying, people are coming down on her for something she did while intoxicated one night in her life, that she shouldn't be getting put through all this, and she's not really a bad person. It was the alcohol. That's not how she really feels or anything
Drunk
like
words
that.
are sober thoughts.
Yeah.
Dude, all bad.
Holy shit. Yeah, that girl, she got nothing left. You know what I mean?
You know what? You would think, but how many companies ran by people who feel that way would say, yeah, come on down. We'll take you.
Hey, we understand what you're going through. Come work for us.
Yeah.
We'll put you through it.
Well, I mean, you gotta kind of understand that old brother mentality, or that old upper echelon mentality, I guess. Like, because we always think, oh, well, rich white people, like, they don't cuss, they don't. Man, then you watch they're the worst cussers of all, and they're like CEOs and shit like that, like Trump, right? Like, he's a CEO of all these huge companies. He cusses, and the way he thinks and his thought process, I think that's the same thought process. Not all of them. Just there's certain ones out there that probably think and act the same way he does.
Well, did I ever tell you about my friend James, what he does for a living? Tries to bring conventions into his city.
Correct.
We talked about that before.
Yes.
And how he's supposed to show them the city, show them all the places that all their people could stay, show them the convention center where they can hold their whatever it is that they're doing, conventions. And most of them do not care about any of that. You want me to bring my 1,000-member convention here?
Wine and dine me,
You
bitch.
need to show me a good time tonight, and I will sign on a dotted line tomorrow. They're going to steakhouses. They're playing golf. They're going to strip clubs. It's all about how good of a time can you show this person that makes the decision. And that's it. That's all it boils down to.
He a pimp.
Pretty much. Pimping out a city.
Yup.
Whatever it takes to get them to sign on a dotted line. It's just funny how you multi-million-dollar companies, and that's what it. Hey,
And that's all. That's
it's still
the only
a person.
difference.
It's still a person.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. And everybody makes mistakes, and everybody's heart is filled with something different, right? Like, it is what it is. You never know until you find out, and then like, holy shit. You know what I mean? I didn't know you felt like that. Jesus Christ.
And back in the day, that's same with not that I would know personally, but recruiting kids to go to their college.
Oh yeah.
The big stars of big high school stars, they're gonna be big college stars. Showing them the campus.
Yep.
What's it gonna take?
Jesus.
Having the girls show them around the campus.
Man, if I'd have been playing ball in college, right, or in high school or whatever, and they wanted me to go to a college, and I got there, and they had a gaggle of girls there, like, oh, they're gonna show you around. I'm in. Where do I sign? I'm done.
Of course, at that age,
Right, bro. When I left here in 1997 to go to New Mexico to start my radio career, when I landed, the dude that got me into radio, he had these two girls, fine ass chicks, dude, just hot, in a drop top candy green, sitting on Dayton's Mustang, the little square ones. Remember the square bodies? Yeah, the 5.0s. And they picked me up from the airport, and it was March 27th. 1997, so it was still kind of cool in Albuquerque. And we got there, when we walked out, they dropped the top. I was sitting in the back. There was two girls with me, and then the two up front. I was like, man, this is the way to roll up to a city. Be like, yeah, bitches, I'm here. What up? What it do? So I can only imagine had that been going to college, and then knowing that you were going to have the kind of money that you needed to live the kind of life you wanted, man, it'd have been all different. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be sitting in my backyard. We'd be sitting in a studio somewhere on my big plush farm. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, dude. But yeah, that's a crazy ass job though. But he's got to know some fucking dope places to hang out in his city though.
Oh, you got to know all the nooks and crannies. And what they do is they'll sometimes they might shut down a restaurant. Just stuff like that. Another funny story is he told me if they're going to a place that there might be some like homeless people around.
Yeah,
he'll have his assistants like half an hour before, give them money to scatter, stuff like that, because you can't show them that kind of world
right
in the city.
It's got to be a clean city, right? Holy shit, that's crazy. How long has he been doing it? Because he's our age, right? 51.
Yeah,
he just turned 51.
Yeah, it's right out of college.
So 27 years, 26
Something
years?
like that, yeah, at least.
Let's call it 25 years. Could you imagine? That dude's got to be so burnt on that job. 25 years of partying and drinking and going out. But I mean, as fun as it sounds, right? When you're sitting here and you haven't done it and you're not accustomed to that life. If somebody said, hey, at 25, hey, we're going to pay you to party with these people to bring this, I'm in all day. Fuck yeah, where do I sign?
I remember one time he told me like one of his first, when he first started, I don't remember the name of the company, but it was something big, let's say like John Deere.
Now those motherfuckers got to know how to party, dude.
They were holding some type of I don't know if it was a party or there was something going on, and he found out about it that they were doing in their own city.
Okay.
And he said he jumped on a plane, rented a car, drove to the middle of nowhere, corn stacks, the whole nine, just to meet the head guy that would be the person in charge of that would authorize like going to your city. And he did it on his own, and the guy was so impressed with him that he did that, went all the way out there to meet him, to try to get him to go to their city. And again, this is like they're doing 2 years in advance.
Wow.
Like 2 years from now, I want that convention to be in my city type deal. And the guy signed on a dotted line just because he did that.
Wow. That's pretty smart. I would assume that he would be pretty good at that. If I remember correctly, he was kind of an outgoing, kind of schmoozy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you do it?
I don't know.
Maybe back then?
Back then, probably.
But not now.
Not now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like been promoted and stuff, so he doesn't really do that kind of stuff anymore.
Right.
He's got people under him that do that.
I wonder if it was the right, like, if they're like, hey, listen, man. Listen, I know you don't do this job no more, but it's Friday, and if you don't, you ain't gonna have a job. But you know what? This is a ginormous, gonna be a ginormous payday for us. We really want this to happen. We want you to show them around the city.
I think he would do stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah?
But because you got to remember, what they have to do initially is go to them.
Oh, sorry.
And try to talk them into coming to your city to see it.
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot of traveling involved. And that got old for him pretty quick.
I don't think I could do a job where I had to travel a lot.
He traveled a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you do it? Like, if you like, because I've talked about wanting to be like a regional or whatever. So like, if I drove out to LA and there's 4 or 5 stores there, I'd go stay the night in LA, make sure that I spent enough time with all of those stores, and work my way down here. So I'd be gone 4 or 5 days out of the week, right? Like, that's a lot, dude. Like, that's got to wear on you after living out of a fucking suitcase. And yeah, dude, that would wear me thin.
I couldn't do that now.
I probably would have done it better while I was married than I could now.
I can see that.
And I'd probably still be married if I did that.
That I doubt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you think you could have done it better if you were married?
Because of who he was married to?
Well, just because I think, that what is it? Separation makes the heart grow fonder, or what's it called? Just like that. We just spent a lot of time together. Like, I'd go to work before she woke up, and then by the time she was waking up, I was just getting home. You know what I mean? Shit, bro. When she was pregnant, when she had him and Milo, because I'd get up to go to work early, so I'd get up at 4. I'd feed the kid, change his diaper, whatever, and put him back to bed, so she didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night. I took care of it before I left for work. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, my old lady, she mentioned something in regards to the last episode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. When you were married, did you not go to the grocery store? Was that not your deal? Is that not what you did?
No, I went with her.
Because
who else is going to drive?
Oh, shit.
Just kidding. Yeah, I went with her. Why?
Because when you had, like, if I remember right, it was something about like hair products, and you'd be lost if you and she's like, did he not go to the store? Did he not buy his own, like, know what he wanted to use, like his hygiene products type deal?
Nah. But here, I'm gonna go back over here to the stereo department, or I'm gonna go to the magazines, or I'm gonna go. You're not gonna hang out in a different part of the store. Go down the dog food aisle, sit on the dog food and cry for a while, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, like, I'd go, but I didn't give a shit. Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
So, like, when you went on your own after your divorce,
yeah,
what type of things, if any, did you struggle with initially, or did you have to relearn? Like, for example, washing your clothes. Was that an issue for you? Did you say, "Damn, I haven't done this in years. I just make sure I got to do it right"? Ironing your clothes.
She was never allowed to iron my clothes. She didn't know how to do it right. But you got to remember though, before I left here, like, my shit was 3 pleats down the front, the pleat down the pants front and back. Like, I had 3 on my shirts, had 3 pleats in the front, 3 in the back, and down the sleeve. So it had to be done a certain way. You know what I mean? And she didn't know how to do that. Even down the side, where you do the pleat down the side of the shirt. Have you ever done that? No. Yeah, I used to do that when I was. A lot thinner.
I totally understand the one going down the arm. But that was about it.
We used to do the one down the arm, 3 down the front, and then down the side. And then the one, like, she would, like, they were always crooked. And sometimes, like, she would just do it real quick, so they weren't sharp. I mean, come on, you got to put your back in. You got to fucking lean on that plancha. Let's go. You know what I mean? And so she didn't do that for me.
So was there anything like?
I think the hard part was cooking. I didn't really cook other than outside when I was married. So, learning how to cook something other than eggs and potatoes was really kind of the hard part. It was a big curve there. And I didn't buy any fucking books. I just, whatever it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was easy with them. They just fucking wanted nuggets and whatever else I would throw, tater tots or french fries or whatever I could throw in the oven or the microwave or whatever it was, a toaster oven.
I mean, I think I would struggle with like the cleaning, the actual pledge and the Windex. Not that I don't know how to.
You just don't know the products?
No, I know the products. It's just she does that. So I wouldn't, like, our house is pretty good size, and
right.
We have a lot of, let's say, shelving.
Right.
So it's like, I know she takes a lot of time to do it because there's just so much to do. And so I think I would just struggle with that.
Well, because we were there and I knew that at some point we were moving back to California, I didn't have a lot of shit. I had a TV stand with a TV on it and a PlayStation and a cable box, and then a bunch of DVDs down below, and that was it. And then we had one couch in the living room and a recliner, And then in my room, the one bedroom that I had was big enough for me to put my queen size bed, and there was a futon in there for them that I just left open. And so when they'd come, they'd have their own bed to sleep. I mean, we don't sleep in the same room, but they had their bed to sleep on.
So you didn't clean your house either?
Yeah, no, I cleaned it.
Was that the apartment that you were talking about?
Yeah, the upstairs apartment. Remember?
You said DVDs.
Yeah.
Do you still have those?
Yes.
Do you watch any of them?
I've been trying to get fucking Blood In and Blood Out to play on my new Xbox, but it won't play it because it's not a Blu-ray.
Because I just pictured all my shelves mentally, and we have a lot of shelves that have a lot of picture frames on them.
Right.
But there is one shelf, now that I remember, it's our DVD shelf, and it's probably, let's say, 8 to a stack. Let's say 5 stacks wide.
Right.
And 2 stacks in.
Oh, wow.
So we got a ton of DVDs.
Yeah.
That I don't even think even get touched anymore.
Yeah, you probably, yeah.
Well, they're all the DVDs are in my room. They're above, they're in my closet. I say closet because it's just a depression in the wall that I hang stuff up in. But they're all up there, and they're stacked 2 on top of each other, and I think it's just the one in.
I mean,
and I have some in drawers.
Is there a reason why you're keeping them?
There's just where we had room.
Because I spent good money on them, and I can't figure out how to separate myself from, you know what I'm saying?
Because half of them, at least, if not more, you could probably just watch streaming on something.
Yeah, it's either going to be on Tubi, Netflix, like there's so many
most of them are
going to
be on Disney.
So yeah, I have a aunt, and her son still lives with her, and they don't have cable at the house, so he watches like the same. We've given him some DVDs before, and he just watches the same ones over and over. So I gotta put together another stack and take him some more. But you know, it's one of those things. I mean, fuck. Remember when Blu-rays first came out? There was 2 things. You'd pick through the $4.99 bin at Walmart, right? That big bin that they had in the middle of the aisle, that regular DVDs and sometimes Blu-rays
We still have those.
were $4 or $5.99 a piece. And then you had the ones that were just coming out, and it was $20 for the Blu-ray. And then they bumped it up to $24 because they put the gag reel on it. And I'm like, you're not $5 funnier. So I'll just wait. I'll just get the $20 one. You know what I mean? And then they started doing, remember, then they went to doing Blu-ray disc, and then you could do a video download of it.
Yes, I remember that.
And those were $29.99. You're like, well, if I get a video download, why do I need the fucking disc? Hello? But it's kind of like, I think they were trying to get the people that were traveling, you know, because like you said, oh, well, I have to download the movies onto my laptop so that I can watch them on the plane or wherever it is that I'm going, I can watch them and have them there. I think that's what they were going after, those people. But video was already...
Hey, you know, I just thought of, I had Kiss, the music band Kiss.
Right.
I had Dynasty. They had a album called Dynasty.
Okay.
I had that on 8-track, LP, cassette, CD, and downloaded.
Wow.
On iTunes.
And you bought them all.
Bought them all.
Holy shit.
I mean, I think like the LP and the 8-track was probably given to me at one point. But then, once cassettes came out, I bought that. And then, of course, you got to get the CD when it came out. And now nobody listens. When iTunes first started, you got to get it on iTunes. So how many duplicates of different formats have people purchased?
I had 3 Blood In, Blood Outs. Because I could never remember if I fucking bought it or not.
Oh, yeah.
On DVD. And somebody
I was there for one of those purchases.
Finally, somebody asked me for one. Hey, I want to see that movie Blood In, Blood Out. I say, don't worry about it. I got an extra copy. I'll bring it for you. So I gave somebody a copy of it. I think I still have 2. Like, holy shit.
There's a movie called Student Bodies, if you ever remember that.
Yes.
I bought it for my brother for one of his birthdays. And it's one of those movies that we kind of grew up on.
Right.
And like a year later, I bought it for him again for one of his birthdays. And he was like, you got me this last year.
He said, here, now you have a copy. That's fucking hilarious.
I was excited when I had my first car because I started buying CDs. So I bought like three Metallica CDs. I bought 3 AC/DC. I bought an Avenged Sevenfold. I found a Creedence Clearwater Revival, a Foreigner, and maybe a Motley Crue one. I don't remember. But I got all those, and I'd ran with those for, what, I had that car 2 years?
Yeah, about there.
2, 3 years. Then we got the new one, and the new one doesn't even accept CDs.
When I bought my first house,
Okay.
I bought 100-disc player.
Oh, I wanted one of those so bad.
I bought that. And God is my witness. On multiple occasions, I put it on shuffle, and I swear to God, that thing was full. 100 CDs.
You played the same one over and over.
And it would play the same, like, 3 or 4 every so often. And I was like, man, this just came on, like, an hour ago.
I think, does that? iTunes. It's not very good at shuffling. Sometimes it goes way deep in your catalog, and you're like, what fucking song is that? And you're like, oh, shit, okay, cool. And then there's times where, like, why is it playing that fucking song again? But how many times, like, I think I bought the Beastie Boys. I had to have bought at least 4 cassettes and 3 CDs easily.
Because they get all scratched up and stuff?
Well, yeah, because, you didn't have anywhere. Like, you'd try to put them back in the sleeve, and then they'd slide off your seat, and then they'd slide out a little package. And then, no matter how hard you tried, you'd get in your car, and rocks would come with you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there was a lot of scratched up. That, Snoop, Chronic, a bunch of Ice Cubes.
I remember once when iPods first came out, my nephew Steven, he was throwing a party in his backyard, and he made like a playlist on my computer.
Okay.
And he would play it, and somebody, like his sister, I think, after the party a couple of days later, she was like, how come we always heard this one song? Like, every so often, this one song will always play. I don't remember what it was. And he said that it's because he would switch up the music, like look for a specific song.
Right.
But then he would go back to that playlist and start from the beginning. So the first song was always the same.
Oh, okay.
But it was on shuffle. But when he'd go to the playlist, he'd always click it on that first song.
Got it.
So it'll shuffle that
playlist.
That playlist.
Got it. Wow. The perks of learning it from the fucking get-go, right? Holy shit. And then we bought you a couple of different you didn't get iPods at first.
I didn't listen to music like that.
Yeah.
Until high school. I wasn't huge into it. Plus, I'd seen Milo send at least 17 through the wash and was terrified of doing that.
Oh, yeah.
17
iPods.
Yeah, well, they weren't iPods, though.
MP3 players.
Yeah. Like the little janky ones you get for kids that put them through the washer, you know what I mean?
He had a little Spider-Man one that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, a little round one, huh?
Yeah.
So, he had a whole bunch, and it was always that and his fucking earphones. They were always getting washed.
I'll tell you what, I've probably owned a good 10 iPods.
Wow.
Like different sizes. You got the little The little ones that's like a clip-on.
Oh, the Nanos?
Nano, yeah. And then the Nano that was a little bit bigger.
Right.
I've had like 3 of the big joints.
Did you ever have a Touch?
I've got like 3 of them.
I only ever had one iPod. It was the bigger Nano one. And that shit is still in my car.
iPod was dude, that was a game changer right there. You ever mess with the first iPods that actually had like a fast forward and a rewind button?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was my ex-wife was cheap. Like, I wanted a fucking when they came out, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm in radio. I need me a fucking iPod. I said, look, I could transfer music and files onto it and bring it home. I could use it like a flash drive. Plus, I could have all my music on it. So I could listen to whatever I want. You don't need it. You want it. Yeah, but I'm also working. So we went back and forth. Dude, it took me forever to fucking finally get one. And I got but they didn't make much bigger than the 1 gig. You went from 1 gig to 16. And it tooth and nail to get a fucking 1 gig. But I got one.
I used to love the big jog wheel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I used to love that thing.
I think I have 3 different 30 gig ones right now. And they're none of them, the files aren't corrupted on any of them. I'm sure they work just fine. I don't know.
Because I used to have probably like the suitcase of cassettes.
Yes.
The suitcase of CDs.
Yes.
And the CDs, you burn them. You just get songs from wherever you can, and just make your own CD. Like I would borrow people's CDs,
right?
Take the songs that I wanted and burn it on I don't think you call it a mixtape CD, but it's just a CD of 15 songs, but they weren't the same artist. Same genre. It was just 15 songs.
Yeah, just whatever you wanted, like a collective,
So when iTunes came out, I uploaded all those CDs, and I kept the name of the CD that I had. Let's say it was a disco CD, so it'd be like disco 1, 2, 3, whatever. Just disco songs, oldies 1, 2, oldies through 1 through 6.
Okay.
Well, the problem now is that's how they're all labeled in my iTunes. So every once in a while, I'll spend a good 15, 20 minutes and actually finding the year it came out, the album it was on, and then changing it in my iTunes. But dude, I've got thousands of songs that are like that.
Yeah. Well, I just bought, a while ago, I bought a hard drive from a DJ buddy of mine that's got a bunch of music on it. It's just from beginning to end of that fucking hard drive. It's all hours and hours of music. He has them kind of separated, but not completely. Like you have your hip hop, you have R&B. Like I would separate male artist, female artist, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. They're not all separated like that. And then he's got a bunch of mixes on there as well. It's like, fuck, dude, like it's going to take me forever to go through there and, song title and change it the way I would need to format it to put it on a station or whatever. But I got to start doing that too. It's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah, it is.
And really managing your catalog. Like when you first start, it's like no big deal, just whatever. Oh, it's just gonna be a couple songs. Next thing you know, you're fucking 3,000 songs in, and you're like, "Fuck, I can't find it." Oh, look, I bought that song 5 different times. I have the original, the compilation. Oh, remember when he did the remix with someone? And then you're 5 songs in on the same song, and you're like, "Fuck, what a pain in the ass."
I used to love. I mean, I still do, but dude, it was all about my music for me.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I need to get back into it and sit down and separate everything and put it all together, make it hot. You know what I'm saying?
So what you do this weekend?
What did I do? Oh, we went shooting yesterday.
Yep.
That was fun. I worked Saturday, and then yesterday we went shooting. which was a lot of fun. Got to shoot the new gun finally. Sebastian got to shoot his.
A range or the desert?
Both. It's a range out in the desert over here off of Dillon. Because if it's county and it's like what is it, a mountain or a hill or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a little canyon.
Yeah, you can shoot in that direction, and it's legal. So it's just a little canyon that you go, and you can go like maybe a mile and a half in off the road and shoot, or you can go deep back into the canyon so you can have a long range, or you can still keep going further back so that you're away from everybody and you can just kind of focus on what you're doing.
How'd you get there? Both your cars won't make that.
Yeah, it took the.
Yeah. We went in his car.
Yeah, I went in my car.
The
Camry.
The gray one, yeah.
You went like off the road?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Just gotta know how to drive, dude. It's like driving into a fucking parking lot with a high. What do you call it? You can't just go straight at it. You gotta.
But it's not like a street. Is it off the road?
Sooner or later, yeah. I mean, the road's got like big gouges taken out, like from the rain and all. It's not a maintained road. So you could tell that it used to be paved. So there's still pavement on it. You just got to kind of figure out how to manipulate your way stay on the pavement to get in there.
Nuts.
It's fun. I got to be able to go out and shoot. If not, what the fuck for? What do I have it for? You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a lot of fun getting back there and doing that. But I'm gonna end up getting me I want to get an older Jeep so I could do like trails and shit. But I want to be able to get back there with that and get back deep into the canyon and shoot back there and get away from everybody and prying eyes and all. I mean, just a private person. I'd rather just hang back and, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
What else did we do? I played Sebastian's new video game. What was it called?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The second time around.
Bro, are you up on any of these video games?
No.
Do you have a video game machine at all that you play or anything at home?
No. Well, I used to play with my sons. I mean, I didn't really play it, but
Right.
actually, we do have one of his Xboxes, I think, at home.
Yeah. So
360?
I don't know what it is.
Is it black?
It might be the original one.
It's black.
Okay.
Is that?
That's probably
now?
probably the 360. Not that it's too old. Like some of the games on the 360 are still fucking awesome. Like I have some 360 games on the newest Xbox that are still fun to play. So.
But like your Call of Duty game, could I?
Oh
play
yeah.
on it? No.
No.
Dude,
You can barely play it on the Xbox One.
this fucking game, bro. Holy shit, Tony. It is totally like you're controlling a human being. Is how the graphics are so amazing on this fucking thing. And when they do like what they're called cutscenes, so they kind of move you forward into between missions or whatever on the game.
Like the little movie snippet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like they're fucking actors, bro. It doesn't even look like a cartoon. It doesn't even look like it's computer generated. That shit looks real. It was amazing. Amazing game.
Is it still just the same concept though? You get dropped somewhere and you're just shooting around.
Kind of. Because they've added. They still have the regular multiplayer. They have the campaign. This one has a co-op, so you and I think a couple of other friends can play like campaign mission style. And then they have the Battle Royale, and then something that they're calling DMZ. Battle Royale is the same thing where you fly over a map, you drop in, grab guns, the last person alive wins, the last team alive wins. And then they have a new one called DMZ. It's the same concept, it's less people, but it's more mission oriented, and you have to leave to succeed. kind of thing. So you drop in with certain weapons, and if you die, then you lose those, and you lose everything that you went in with or got while you were there.
Oh, shit.
So to succeed, you have to exfil. You have to leave the map. It's interesting. It's fun, but yeah, it looks fucking crazy.
How long you had this game?
I think it's been out for 2 weeks. So I've had it for about 2 weeks, but they let you play the campaign a week early.
You ever pull an all-nighter?
No,
So it's not that fun.
not for this one. Bullshit, it's not fun.
So why haven't you played an all-nighter?
Because I don't have it in me to do that.
So, fuck, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Because that was a really good question. I kind of thought he played all-nighters all the time.
First night,
Right? Like, that would be
sun
like...
comes up. Oh my god!
I did that for the last one that came out. The
So-
Cold War one.
So on the campaign, you said you get to play it a week early, blah, blah. Do you play that a lot? Just a campaign?
Sometimes.
Or is it usually online that you're playing?
If I get pissed off at the multiplayer, then I'll go play campaign missions.
Okay.
But like, there's some of the campaign missions that are that badass that I'll just go in and play it because it's
I don't know the
fucking
difference.
cool. So campaign is single player story. You're the only one playing. You're playing against a
game.
scripted.
Oh,
yeah.
so you're not online or anything.
No. You're playing a
like a
scripted.
traditional video game.
Yeah.
Right. Like what we know as a video game. Then he'll go on and they'll play campaigns or do online shit, and it's him and 20, 13-year-olds yelling at each other.
I've gotten better about yelling. I haven't yelled as much.
Have you guys ever heard of Leroy Jenkins?
Leroy Jenkins.
Dog,
Yeah.
that is the funniest thing.
And it came from the nerdiest fucking game. I think it was from World of Warcraft. They're talking about we're gonna go into this cave. We need to have a battle plan, and this kid just comes running from off screen. Leroy Jenkins.
And the guy he's playing with, God damn it, Leroy.
All right, I guess we're going in.
So Leroy Jenkins, that's from that Martin movie, right?
I have no idea.
I
I thought it was a dude's name. It's not his name?
No, I don't think so.
That's probably the player's name. Let me look it
I
up.
figured that was his real name, Leroy Jenkins.
No, I think that's a character in a Martin, either a Martin show or a Martin movie.
Dude, that Leroy Jenkins, though.
Hilarious.
Dude, I mean, it's been probably 10, 15 years or not more since that happened, like first came out.
Really? You guys
the
been around that
funniest
long doing
thing,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
It is the funniest thing.
And that's literally in 2005. So it's been, what, 17 years?
17 years.
Holy shit.
I mean, I didn't know about it when it first came out, probably. I just came across it once for some reason. And you watch the whole thing, it's just hilarious.
Wow.
And that's literally all it is they're having this conversation. Somebody from off screen comes running, screaming Leroy Jenkins into the shit that they're about to go into.
Yeah, at the beginning, they're all serious. Okay, you're going to do this. You're going to do these powers. You're going to throw this stone. You're going to do that. And then Leroy goes, all right, heads up. Leroy Jenkins. And he comes running in. They're like, God damn it.
Like I could probably still go find videos of people using that fucking sound of
Holy
him
shit.
screaming it.
Dog, that's hilarious.
Is he still playing or doing or?
It's not like he's famous. It's just what he said was famous. But yeah, that was Leroy Jenkins was the guy's username. So I don't know if it's from that or.
Dog, you gotta pull that up and just watch it. It's hilarious.
Leroy Jenkins. All
They
right.
used it on My Name is Earl, South Park, The Daily Show. Yeah,
Well,
it doesn't say anything about a Martin show.
When you can get dropped in there like that, in movies and shows nowadays like that, like that's pretty big, right? You've made it when other shows are talking about you. That's crazy.
Well, and YouTubers all over the place. Like, I got into watching YouTube, I want to say 2000. Fuck, I was in high school. It was probably 2013, 2014. And that's all you would hear was that. You would hear, what's that one? Like a bunch of news ones where everybody's using these sounds as reactions to shit that's happening in the video. It's like there's the one where there's a fucking hailstorm and one of the ladies screams fucking whoop-pow! And that's all you hear. Like you hear that in a video, or like kaboom and all that other kind of shit. So it's like a comic book, but it's a video. And everybody was into like trolling everybody and pissing people off. And it's the funniest shit ever.
I've been watching YouTube videos a little too much myself now. Like when I'm relieving myself in the bathroom.
Right.
I used to read a book.
Right.
And then I just start watching YouTube videos, and dude, as you probably already know, you go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
you can get lost.
It's crazy.
Yeah, one right after another, or one leads you to another, or one makes you remember or think of something, so you look that up. Right? Fuck yeah.
And it's funny because it started with like, if I heard a song and I remember the video to it, I'd watch it.
That's funny.
And then, because you're in that, let's say, a decade of videos, oh yeah, there's another one that I used to watch, and there's another one. And next thing you know, you're exploring all kinds of stuff.
Oh shit! What was I tell you? Yeah, there's a lot, like especially music. You can really go down that fucking because a lot of times you'll hit it and it's a snippet of it, and it's not the right one, or it's somebody that remade it. So you gotta keep looking and looking until you actually find the right one. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about one time I was watching a video, 1980 song called Tic Tac Toe, I think.
That was the artist, wasn't it?
I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
Like a wannabe MC Hammer type guy.
Okay.
And I was watching the video, and I read a couple of the comments, and somebody had wrote, the girl in the yellow, something like the girl in the yellow bikini at the 2-minute and 43-second mark. That's my mom.
Oh, shit.
Well, and the best part is that in that comment, the timestamp was blue, right?
I don't remember.
Well, now if you put a timestamp in a comment, it highlights blue, and if you hit the comment,
it takes you right to it.
It takes you right to that timestamp, and it fucking pauses it.
Really?
So if somebody's making a funny fucked up face, it pauses it right on fucking.
Oh, wow.
It's hilarious.
Could you imagine? That's my mom right there back in the day.
Fuck. Yeah, all them girls that used to come out in all them fucking videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My gosh.
Remember how I told you I was going to have to put up Christmas this weekend?
Yes.
My decorations? Well, Saturday, that's what I was doing all morning. And, I'm on the roof doing everything. Ladder. And my neighbor comes out. And he's like, Anthony, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, man, I got to put up Christmas. He goes, why so early? And I was like, dude, I got my kids coming. My son's coming from Chicago. My wife wants it done before they get here, so we don't have to do it.
You sound like Christmas from the Cranks right now.
What?
Right? Oh, we're gonna skip Christmas this year. We're gonna go to fucking.
We're gonna go on a cruise.
Yeah, we're gonna go to cruise, and then all of a sudden your son called and said, I made it. Fuck, I gotta have Christmas up by tonight so we can get the turkey ready. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Oh, go ahead.
So he's like mean bugging me. Yeah, kid. He was like, my wife's gonna come home. She's gonna see this, and she's gonna be like, Anthony already put up his Christmas. You need to put up our Christmas. He's like, thanks. And I swear to God, dude, it was like when I see neighbors driving by, and they're looking at me.
They're all flipping you off now,
dude. Like the husbands are like, oh my God, really already? Dude, I'm with my eyes. I'm apologizing to them as they're driving by, pointing at me. And so I set it all up, right? The outside.
You got it all done?
Yeah. We're like 90% done, outside and inside.
Holy shit.
I had it all done, and then
Who got more done, you or your wife?
probably me because I had to take everything out. At night, I turned it all on to make sure everything was working, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't do this yet. I can't have all these Christmas lights on. It's not even Thanksgiving." So I unplugged everything so they wouldn't turn on at night. So now the house is dark at night because even our outside lights, I switch them for like red and green bulbs. Those are the only things that come on because they come on with dusk till dawn. So the house is really dark because those lights, those two colors don't put out a lot of light.
So you have colored dusk till dawn lights?
The house lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. I switched those bulbs to colored lights.
I did buy some, by the way.
Some lights?
I just haven't put them up yet.
For the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some dusk till dawn lights. Just white ones.
Like the icicle lights?
No, like a regular light bulb. Because you were giving me shit about my lights.
What was I saying? I don't remember.
Because I didn't know that. I'd never even heard of dusk till dawn lights.
But why was I talking about them?
Because
you always talk shit. What do you mean?
Because I hadn't set the timers out front. And I've been saying, and then these guys, when they're home, they don't turn on that light by the door.
Bullshit. I've been really good about that.
And you said, well, why don't you just buy dusk till dawn lights? So what's that? And he said, you don't know what those are? If I would have known, I would have said, what's that?
You say I always talk shit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make an announcement right now. Okay? And you guys, you're probably not going to believe it at first.
I already
But if you
don't.
really think about it, you're going to be like, he's right. You ready? I've been holding off telling you this. But I don't know what I'm holding off for.
Okay.
Do you know that I've never, not that we've been hanging out that long, but ever since I've been coming here, I've never used your bathroom?
Yeah, no. Why?
Did you realize that?
I did. I've noticed it before.
Have you?
Yeah. Not like I ever thought, oh, well, Tony left and he looked like he needed to use the bathroom. Nothing like that. Which is, that's funny. Never gone to the bathroom.
Well, number one, because I never really have to use your bathroom.
Right?
That's first and foremost.
He's going to call your bathroom dirty now.
Probably.
How could I call it dirty if I've never seen it?
I don't know. I'm assuming
Now
that's
we're
why you wouldn't
speculating.
go, right? Because you don't go.
Was that?
I'm assuming because I'm assuming that's why you think it is.
That's one of the reasons why I don't. That's the other reason why I don't use it.
Why? Because you think it's dirty?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What makes you think it's dirty?
Is it dirty?
Why are you looking at me?
Why, is it dirty?
No.
Okay, before you got a cleaning lady, did it used to be dirty?
She doesn't clean the bathroom. That's their responsibility.
Serious?
Yeah.
How's that? What? That don't make no sense. Is it cheaper because you don't have to clean it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Hell yeah.
She cleaned your bathroom?
No.
So what? They just like the living areas?
Yeah, just the hallway, the kitchen, the dishes, and the living space.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I didn't know.
He calling you dirty, Sebastian.
I'm not calling you dirty. I'm just asking, is it dirty?
Sure as shit what it feels like.
Dude, it's 3 guys, 3 kids, 3 men living in a house, a bachelor pad. I remember what my bachelor pad used to be like.
Right. That makes sense, but no, they're pretty good. The sink because
Fuck that.
because it doesn't go down.
Okay, here we go. See, now the truth comes out.
No. Everything else is fine. The fucking sink is clogged. The sink is clogged. Whenever I shave, I wouldn't do it straight into the tub or not into the bowl. Sink. Let's call it the sink. I always put down a trash bag or I would get paper towels and line the sink. What do you mean?
That's
I didn't
weird.
say anything.
Oh, you looked at me like that because I know it would clog it up.
So just unclog it.
We've tried, but it gets worse. Remember when Milo had that fucking party here?
Yes.
Some bitch ordered McDonald's ate her fries and her chicken nuggets and got fucking sick and threw up in our fucking sink and tried to water it down.
Ah, and it doesn't go down?
No es bonito.
No. It was in there for 3 days. Milo tried to pawn it off on me to clean it up and my dad. I said, fuck that. It was your fucking party. I'll pay for the box of gloves. You're cleaning that fucking sink out.
I said, you ain't paying for a box of gloves. We got some.
I didn't know he had gloves at that point.
I got gloves from when I was changing Dad's bag.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. So he had to go in there and clean that stuff up. But they both, like, there's still something blocking the way. I don't know if it's hair around that little
Dog,
the little plunger.
Why don't you fix it?
Hey, my bathroom.
Dog, why don't you fix it?
It's not that big a deal. It drains, but it just drains slow.
So if I were in there washing my hands, would it start backing up?
Well, yeah. It drains, but it drains slow.
Okay.
How fast do you clean your hands?
I don't know.
If he did it.
See, but
Because
hold on, time
he'd turn
out.
on the water and he'd look himself in the face.
Okay, time out. Time out. Do you see what you guys are actually doing?
No.
Okay, you're looking at me like I'm the oddball if I were to wash my hands too long. When the odd thing is the fact that the sink backs up. Like, to you, that's the norm, and I'm the oddball because I take too long to wash my hands.
Well, here's the fucked up part. I don't wash my hands in that sink. I do it in the bathroom or in the kitchen sink.
Wait a minute.
What?
So after you go to the bathroom, you go to the kitchen and wash your hands?
Yeah.
Fuck that. You need to go clean that fucking you need to go clean that fucking sink. That's fucking gross.
It's fine.
You know, there's a trap underneath. Have you ever disconnected it?
Fuck no. I'm not a plumber. My name's not Mario.
Oh, come on.
What?
You never Mingo?
He's got to learn how to do that shit.
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
So teach him.
Yeah, look it up on YouTube. That's how I learned. Shit.
Yeah, that's how you learned in the 70s
Yeah.
and the 80s.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, I learned the hard way.
If you've never taken that trap open, if you never opened that dog,
Yeah, who
it's going
knows
to
what's
be
in there?
nasty.
So, yeah, that's all the more reason why I'm not going to do it.
It's going to be like black pudding.
No, that's fucking gross.
I dealt with that shit enough at my fucking first job. I had to clean out a fucking grease trap. I promised I would never get a job ever again where I had to do that. So far, I've been okay.
So Tony putting us out on blast right now.
A little bit.
Actually, I'm not. You guys are...
Motherfucker. Calling us dirty and shit. Wow, Tony. All right. Just because you didn't clean your sheets. I'm just kidding.
I ain't going to lie. I
Right?
never washed my sheets till my old lady came around. Started spending the night.
It's a good woman right there. You want them clean, clean them. You got to teach her young, dog. It was good. Right out the box.
You are never getting chocolate chunk cookies again.
I know, right?
Are you getting a tree this year?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna get a different one because I had that one that I put up last year. I'm gonna take that one to work and I'm gonna get a bigger one.
Or you got a fake one?
Huh?
He got a Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah, I got a janky $20 because I didn't plan on putting it up.
What's wrong with that? It's the thought that counts. It don't matter if it's $20 or $200.
Bitch, back up! I'm taking one to work so all them little Mexican kids can come in and see what.
First
a tree
of
look
all,
like.
I'm just telling you like it's a $20
I
tree.
was gonna buy another one for the house.
Well, I'm just saying there's
This
nothing
shit's
wrong
going
with the first
sideways
one.
right now. I'm gonna have to Shanquila him.
Yo, speaking of this weekend, did you hear about Netflix and what they're doing?
No, what are they
They're
doing?
cutting down. They're going to be cutting back on people sharing passwords
Good,
for the accounts. What you mean good?
good.
Well, okay, I can understand if you like really putting it out there, but like if you had Netflix, do you have Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, if Seabass moves out, don't you think he should still be able to have your password?
No.
It's okay. I don't use Netflix like that. Fuck his password.
Why not?
Lucky for me, I got a friend who already pays for Netflix that said we can have his Netflix when we move in.
see?
So
Because that's a Netflix account for the house, not for him to take all over. Like
For the family.
like Hulu, Milo likes to go to other people's house and turn my shit on at other people's house. My Netflix at other people's house. So I got to change the passwords every once in a while so that it knocks them out of my motherfucking...
see, now here you go again, comparing me to your other fucking kid.
I didn't compare you to anybody. Because there's times like my Hulu in the living room,
Right?
I'll go to turn it on and I got to log into the fucking TV every once in a while. Where I should just be able to turn it on and it's there. But if one too many devices has it turned on, it knocks one off.
Oh, it really?
Yeah, it backs it out.
And the reason why I say that is because we're watching a show on Netflix Saturday night, maybe. Saturday night. And my daughter texted us saying, went to watch Netflix, but I can't. And she sent a screenshot of her TV. And it said two
Many accounts?
two different locations are already watching Netflix.
Oh, shit.
So you have to one has to stop in order for her to watch. And it was exactly what I was watching. And the other one was like a Christmas movie or something. I was like, is your brother watching this Christmas movie? And sure enough, he was like, yeah, that's me. And I'm not turning it off. And it was kind of late. So I replied, I was like, yeah, we're almost done with this show, so we'll be going to bed pretty soon. And she was like, yeah, I know. It's like 8:00.
So I just got to wait a little bit longer. I could use it then.
But it's just weird how I was surprised that they're cracking down like that.
Well, shit, I was trying to crack down on Milo for a while hey, dude, stop taking my shit and putting it in somebody else's house. Why, Dad? What's the big... Because I motherfucking paid for it. Why are you going to let everybody else use my shit? It's not your shit to pass out. You don't put it on it. Stop giving it to somebody else.
I feel like you don't know your kid
Man, you
well enough.
hating too much.
Fuck that. You ain't putting in on it. You don't do shit around here. You don't stop passing out my shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a speaker that I bought for when I bought the pool and put all the pool in and shit. I went, oh, Dad, that's a nice speaker. Can I take it over to No. No, you cannot. Why? Because you don't fucking bring it back. And if you do, you don't bring it back in the shape it was in. I said, because the last time you borrowed my drill to help your friend out, and it took me a month and a half to get you to bring that fucking drill back. I said, and you only brought it back because you were tired of me asking you for it. I shouldn't have to ask you for it. You borrow my shit, bring it back and bring it back in the same shape I lent it to you.
Our shit.
No.
You're a family unit.
It ain't our shit. You didn't put in on this. And I had that before he came to move here. That was my shit that just happened to be here when he moved in. Our shit my ass.
Why are you looking all serious?
Because he's dead fucking serious.
Yeah, that shit gets annoying after a while. Like, fuck, man. I already give you everything that I can and do all this bullshit, and you still want to take.
And you complain it's just a drill, dude. That's your son.
And? What the fuck you done for me lately?
Your son should be worth more than a drill.
Does this not give light into his parenting ideology?
Right? You're absolutely right. But let me ask you a question.
This question might offend some people. Cover your ears.
Does your child buy you Christmas gifts?
Yes.
Birthday gifts?
Yes.
How many years has he done that?
Quite a few.
So my son, not this one, the other one.
Okay, time out. Up until probably they moved out. Like, for example, my wife. Your mom's birthday's coming up. Here's $100. Here's $100. Make sure you get her something. I mean, because they weren't working. They weren't really doing, they were in school. So once they got their own jobs and all that stuff, they took it upon themselves to make sure that they handled it.
Okay, but when your kids were here and they were working, did they work while they were in school?
No.
Or no?
No.
Yeah, that's the difference. See, like my kid was working, and he still birthday and Christmas, no card, no
not
nothing.
even a card?
Not a card. Barely a birthday wish at the end of the fucking day. Oh, hey, Dad, happy birthday. Oh, cool, thanks, right? But his friends, oh, Dad, look what I'm buying my homeboy. Like, woo. I'm like, dog, those shoes are like $180. So what size are they? I'm about to punk your friend. So it's just kind of like, there's no, it's he's a taker, and he just, the more you let out there and you let him, he will take and take and take and take without any perception of or any ideology. Oh shit, maybe I should do my family, like nothing. Your birthday just passed, right? Mm-hmm. Did it get you anything?
Nope. I barely got a happy birthday, and it was a text at the end of the day.
So it's like, but he's the first one. Hey, I know Christmas is coming, Dad. If you could just tell everybody I just want cash. What?
He won't send his own text. He's in the group text messages.
Ain't nobody getting you cash. Matter of fact, you just turned 18 a couple years ago. You're in the adult pick now. So at Thanksgiving, you got to put your name in the hat, and one person's going to get your name, and they'll get you a gift, and you get one for somebody in return.
This is the first year, Thanksgiving, where they're making the kids put in for the park.
Okay.
Making all the nieces and nephews, you guys are coming out of pocket this year. We know, because my sister-in-laws do it right. They bring breakfast, and then we have lunch, which includes the carne asada and chicken and a deep fried turkey, sides. And throughout the day, there's donuts, there's cakes, there's sweetbreads. They bring chorizo and egg burritos, chorizo and potato burritos, drinks, the whole nine. When we go to the park.
I'm coming to the park for breakfast.
Dog. So this is the first year that they're like, kids are coming out of pocket this year because they're getting old enough.
Right.
So, cool. My nephew is over 30 years old. The next one, my niece, she's probably 30. I mean, I can look it up, but
Right.
My nephew after my niece, he's probably like 26, 25. Then there's my daughter. She's 3?
Okay.
Now my son's 21. So they're all coming out of pocket this year. Right? Which is cool. That's the way it should be.
Right.
Well, my son's like, well, hold on a second. Time out.
Nuh-uh.
I just turned 21. I just started working, and all of a sudden now you guys, it's time for us to come out of pocket? That ain't fair. And I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. Because the oldest is, over 30. He ain't never had to come out of pocket.
But let's be honest. This is the sidebar. Yeah? Your son probably makes more than 30 in a month.
It's the principalities on here. Yeah, he probably makes more than all of them combined.
He need to come out of pocket. Like, come on now. Come on.
It's the principle.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. You're okay with Biden and them saying that all the richer people get a bigger tax. Same kind of shit, right?
It's not that they get a bigger tax.
Oh
It's
boy,
the same
here we go.
percentage. It's just that they make more. So they come out of pocket more.
So then maybe your son should pay more than everybody else. I just started getting them to like me again, and I'm going to fuck it all up. Tony fucking it up again. Hell. You need to leave it alone, Tony. Stop trying to make your kids hate me more.
So Wednesday, I go back to the doctor for some blood work. Oh, excuse me. I go back to the doctor for another, what's the next step in regards to my conditions.
Right, because you did an MRI last, right? Or the ultrasound, right?
Ultrasound and the colonoscopy and all that good stuff.
Okay.
But I think this happened last time I drew blood. Remember, if I remember right, I didn't like the way the The nurse looked who was getting my blood.
She fucked you up,
yeah.
right?
No.
No, the girl had tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, this new doctor sent me to a different place to get my blood work done.
Okay.
Draw blood. Same complex, just on the other side. Just a different company.
Okay.
This one's called Quest, I believe. The other one's called LabCorp.
Right.
LabCorp was the most popular, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I go to a spot called Quest. I drove there. Maps took me there. Turns out it's in the same complex. It's a fairly large complex right across the street from the hospital in Palm Springs.
Okay.
But it's just on the other side. So I walk in. There's like nobody in there. Right? And there was like one patient in there. And there was two girls working. So I walk in. And, I stand in front of them. They're behind a desk. And they don't say nothing to me. So I'm like just standing there. And so like I felt with an attitude. One was like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, I got an appointment." And then she points to her side. She goes, "Go, sign in," which is one of those little kiosks.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. They got that at LabCorp. You're right. My bad. I didn't know." So I signed in and I sat down. And the girl who asked me if she could help me, she was actually leaving. She had tattoos. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, what kind of place did they send me to? So the other girl gets up. "Anthony? Yeah, come on, follow me." Now, she didn't have no tattoos, but her head was shaved, and she had a bun right on the top of her head that was braided. Looked like a cinnamon roll. Like right dead center.
I'm thinking something else, but okay.
Dog. And I was just like, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Where do they got me going? Judging a book by its cover.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
I sat down in a chair. She's like, "Oh, how you doing today?" The basics. She goes, "What arm are we doing?" And I said, my right. When I tell you, first of all, I didn't even feel her put the needle in. Because I'm looking the other way. I heard, and that was her pulling out one of the vials that she already filled. I didn't even know she put the needle in.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. She did like four vials. And while she's doing this, we're talking. Nicest girl in the world. And I was like, man, if I'd have known it was like this, I'd have been coming here all the time. I would have requested you guys. I said, "Is LabCorp your competition?" She's like, "Yeah. They're a lot busier than us." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "But damn."
Well, maybe if you guys were nicer to people when they came up to the counter, other doctors might send people to you. Just thinking out loud.
Actually, after all that, it was probably me. You know what I'm saying?
Probably
Me.
Most likely.
50-50.
I'm thinking 80-20.
Because it was almost like I should have known about the kiosk because that's how it is everywhere pretty much.
Right.
So
You
they're
thought
like,
so low of Quest that they wouldn't have a kiosk.
"Oh, old man, the kiosk is right there to sign in."
Yeah, I don't think it's so much. I don't think it's so much that. I think it's just at 51, you expect to walk in. There's two people behind the counter. You go fucking greet them.
Right. So it is 50-50. They should have been a little bit nicer about it. Hey, sir, the kiosk's right there. You can just sign in. Instead of, yeah, she just pointed. It was like, "You sign in over there." But back to this girl. I was like, wow, that hair. I'm thinking to myself, wow, that hairdo really suits you.
Oh, now it suits you. What a douche.
You're a bad person.
So don't judge a book by its cover is all I'm saying.
Why are you telling
That's
us?
what we've been trying to tell you.
You just got to, you know what? You guys got to come up with the times. People have weird haircuts sometimes, but that doesn't make.
Have you seen him?
What do you mean?
Have you seen him tie his hair in the back?
I really didn't want to mention his hair online because
She might look good. Don't give a shit what you say.
yeah, kid, come on.
Growing it out, bro. I'm gonna have me a big fucking braid in the back.
You need to take some pointers from your son
And
over
buy
here.
me a fucking horse.
and get a proper haircut.
A real non-gasoline.
If you buy a fucking horse, you're not flying or driving fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
You will ride that horse till the hooves fall off, and I will make you.
All the
No,
way to
you
work.
hear San Francisco's nicest time of year? Yeah, I'll see you in 6 months when you get there on your fucking horse.
Hell yeah.
You better not even look at a fucking airplane.
The problem is though, is if I bought a horse
You wouldn't take care of it?
and I got on
It would crumple.
and I had to go to fuck you, first of all, and I had to go to San Francisco, I wouldn't be able to get off the horse anywhere between here and there because I wouldn't be able to get back on. My legs are so short, like I'd have to carry a fucking
step
stool with me to get on my fucking horse. Yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
He fucking.
Or one of them horses that have to lay down for you
Yeah,
to get
right.
on, you know what I mean?
It's like a camel.
Fuck that. Yeah, you gotta stop judging people like that, dog. It's fucked us
See,
twice now.
here's what's fucked up: is you judge the dumb bitch behind the counter because she got tattoos and a weird haircut, but you pick up the motherfucker on the side of the road that's got a fucking hospital gown on.
Damn, he's pointing at me and shit too when he's saying it
Yeah,
with
that's-
authority.
Because that shit don't make no sense, Tony.
It's this. This is changing me. That's
Where's your head at?
Well, the dude I
Where's your
picked
head?
up,
Your head and your heart are fucked up.
he had a normal haircut.
yeah, but
What,
he was
on his
wearing
ball sack?
he was wearing a hospital gown. That's red flag number one.
He was in need.
Yeah,
And she was in she was in need of you. She was in need of you to be nice to her.
Thank you for reminding me.
That you made a stupid ass
No.
choice.
When I was in Phoenix, I remember I told you, Manny and I went to go into the storage unit and stuff.
Yeah.
We went in my truck. So as we were driving, he goes, "Let me ask you a question." I was like, "What's up?" He goes, am I sitting where that dude was sitting that you picked up?
And you had to shamefully and defeatedly tell him yes, right?
I was like, yeah, actually. I said, and I started telling him about how my older truck was bigger. So we weren't, we would not have been sitting so close to each other. And I never rode with somebody in my truck before that dude, so I didn't realize how close anybody was with,
Right.
sitting. And he was just like, yeah, whatever. I just want to look for any brown spots that might be staying in the seats.
Did he find the one?
Nah, I think that's gone already.
Been rubbing on it for a while now. Fucking Tony.
One more thing that I forgot to mention. Remember Rob's Halloween party?
Yes.
And he didn't have a costume?
Yes.
He actually did have a costume, but he wasn't wearing it.
So he didn't have
So it doesn't
one.
matter.
But I found out why he wasn't wearing it.
Why? Too big? Too small?
He had bought one of those which is it Jason mask, the hockey mask?
Yeah.
He had actually bought one in Mexico. A Jason mask. And it was legit. It was hard. It was a good mask.
Right.
It's not like the cheap plastic that you could bend. Well, it turns out that it was made out of fiberglass. So he had said that he actually had put it on, but then when he took it off, like his face was all itchy and red because of all the fiberglass that was coming off of it.
Shit. Fucking pulled it off, looked like Pippi Longstocking, all fucking red and freckly and shit.
So he did have a legit costume. It's just he couldn't wear it.
Wow.
That's got to be the funniest Jason ever. If that Jason walked up to you at that fucking lake, you'd start laughing at him.
That's fucked up. Well, how tall is Rob? 5'5", maybe?
Yeah, he's got to be shorter than me, right?
I don't know.
He's shorter than both of us. 5'6", maybe?
5'6", yeah, at the tallest.
Yeah, on a good day.
Every teenager that was at that fucking lake in every movie is taller than.
He'd use his machete as a cane.
Damn.
What?
As stilts.
Y'all are killing him.
It was the first thought that came to mind.
All right.
Do you want to go ahead and defend him? We'll sit back.
It's fine.
He's gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna get a text in the next 24 hours. Fuck you, Seabass.
Right? Fuck you and your dad.
Yeah.
It's funny shit. Love you, Rob. So your kid's coming this week,
Yeah, my daughter's coming tonight,
okay? And your boy tomorrow,
Wednesday.
What is it? Fuck, dude. I'm so lost. Like, I don't even know what fucking day of the week it is. Like,
It's that COVID fog.
I can't even.
See?
Flurf and lurf.
Looking
Dude.
forward to it too.
I bet, dude.
Yeah.
I bet. Stop terrorizing your daughter and hang out with your son for a while. Yesterday was the series finale
Oh yeah.
of The Walking Dead.
Serious
It's-
already?
It's over. It's done. The last one yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. It was a great
good.
last episode, dude.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did it close a lot of stuff?
Everything,
Yeah.
kind of, because they have to lead into all the other shows that are coming out.
It closed everything and opened up everything that needed to be opened.
Wow.
It was really, really, like, it was really surprising at how well they wrapped everything up.
Here we go.
What?
You would say that even you.
No, I'm not you, dude. It's not
No.
like the chick with the little shit hairdo.
Bun, yeah.
No, it's just even if it was a bad episode, it was a good episode. and
No,
you're
I
right.
was honest before when it was a bad episode. I said it wasn't that great. But here it is. It was the last episode. It was it was good,
It
dude.
needed to be good.
And they wrapped it up really, really well. They wrapped it up.
How many
really well.
episodes was it? Because I got them recorded, but I don't think there's like 8 of them.
There's 24 episodes in the last season.
Yeah. And they split them up between two seasons, so there was 12 and 12.
So right now you're telling me I've got 12 episodes recorded? It's been 12 weeks since
No,
it's
it
been
was
on?
8, 8, and 8.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, 8, 8, and 8, I guess.
It
So it
was.
started 8 weeks ago?
Yeah, this last stretch did.
Really? 2 months?
Yeah. We try to tell you.
Wow.
So if you need help sleeping,
I got to binge watch it.
yeah, it's good, dude.
Is it?
At least the last show was fucking, and all the shit that they did and all the effects that they did on it, dope, dude. Very, very good shit.
I'll give you my honest opinion when I watch it.
See, it's not. Ugh.
What was that?
I can't even say what I want to say because it
What?
might give it away. So I'm not going to say anything.
Who you trying to save it from?
You?
I don't mind. You can tell me.
No, I'm not going to tell you shit.
Right, because then he's gonna complain. Oh man, it would have been better had they not told me. Then he's gonna try to blame it on us if he
Yeah.
doesn't like it or whatever.
We are watching Dahmer.
I couldn't watch it, dude.
Dude, if half the stuff in this movie is true, that dude was crazy.
Yeah,
Half.
very much so.
If half of this shit was true.
Like, the dude played Dahmer so well that it made it that much more creepy to watch. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I was watching it and I'm just like, I couldn't watch it anymore, dude. Like, knowing that it was like based on true events, like how narrow and how real what they talk about was, I don't know, but it was still, there was just too much. It was like knowing that shit could really happen or was really happening. I couldn't watch it, dude.
Now, I don't know how many episodes you got into, but we're on an episode. We just watched an episode where he was keeping an actual head. He had it like wrapped up in saran wrap,
Oh, shit.
and he would pull it out every so often to admire it, type deal. Kiss it and stuff. Yo. Now, I heard on another show them talking about it. So, in regards to this head. Now, I don't know if what I'm about to say they got from this show or if it was actually true.
Okay.
But they're saying like his dad, almost stumbled upon the head. Like the dad said, he had this wooden box that he kept the head in, which in the show he has a wooden box. So apparently his dad said that one day he was going to open the box, and that his son had stopped him from opening it.
Oh wow!
And he was like, "Had I opened it, I would have seen a human head, pretty much."
Well, I could have saved a lot of people.
Yeah, that's it. That's his guilt that he's feeling. And again, so I don't know if that was an actual interview they did with the dude's dad in real life, or if that's something that is from the show. So this head might actually be a true thing that happened. This dude is crazy.
Well, like when he told the cops, "Oh, we're just doing some gay shit." And it was like, oh, okay. Wait, what? Like the lady's down the hallway screaming at him, talking about hearing power drills and power tools and shit. And he just told, oh, yeah, we're just in there doing, just doing gay shit. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Cool.
This dude was crazy.
I think I left off where he was driving home, and he stopped to pick up some guy that was jogging, and they were wanted to go to some concert. Oh, fuck it, I'll drive you.
Yeah.
So he takes him back, and while he's working out, and then he tries to kiss him, and the dude flips out.
Right.
And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't watch this shit. Like, this is just fucking weird, dude. Like, too weird. Too weird to actually happen and be ongoing. Like, yeah, dude, I just couldn't allow myself to watch it. It was just fucking weird like that. It's too much.
I'm glad it started with him getting caught. Like the first episode showed how he got busted. He actually got caught.
Right.
Because it's kind of slow moving.
Yes.
So had it started with the second episode, if you will, like his first killing.
No, you wouldn't have held on?
I don't think I would have held on. And I don't know why that first episode is keeping me going. By him getting caught first. So I just want to see what led up to that.
Yeah, I think because that giving you that satisfaction, okay, he's caught.
Yes. That has probably something to do with it.
But let's see what he was doing.
Now, I'm hoping they show him like going to jail and maybe what happened
in the court scene.
In the what?
In the court scene where he's just sitting there and he's just dead face and panning.
Oh, I don't know.
Oof.
I just want to see how they treat him in jail and ultimately kill him in jail.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that's in there.
Man, that's crazy. That's all crazy shit, bro. I don't. Like what? Like how disconnected in your mind do you have to be to do that to somebody? Like how disconnected from reality do you have to be? It was funny because I'm talking about it and you're sitting there with your
because I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? Did you watch any of it while we were watching?
I can't watch that shit.
It was weird, dude. All of it was just kind of like, holy shit. Like, because him and the other guy too, right? Like, when they did that one for Richard Ramirez, they didn't actually do a movie about him. They just kind of broke down what was going on. Like, they didn't have somebody playing Richard Ramirez. Like, they just broke down in sequences what was going on and how he got caught. Right?
Well, was this a Netflix show?
Yeah, it was another Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see it.
You know who Richard Ramirez is, though, right? Okay. So, I thought it was going to kind of be like that. So when I started watching it, I was like, oh, wait, what? But that dude, bro, whoever did the casting for that fucking show should win some sort of nomination. Because they fucking pegged that dude. Like, he looks dead on.
What to him?
Yeah, right? He looked just like him. The way he moved. His facial expressions, from the haircut to the glass, like all of it. He looked just like him, dude. And it's fucking crazy. I couldn't imagine.
Did you see how his parents divorced when he was like a senior in high school? In the show? So. Like they split up and his mom left. His mom was a little crazy according to the show.
Okay.
So she just bounced. He had a younger brother and she took him. And the dad left and shacked up with his girlfriend. So his dad was seeing somebody. So they left him alone in the house.
Oh, shit.
At 17, senior in high school. Like, for months. I mean, they didn't show how he got money and, was able to buy food or anything.
Right.
But he was alone. And he was buying beer and stuff, so I don't know if back then, at 17, 18, you're allowed to buy liquor.
Well, I think it was probably easier back then.
True.
You know what I mean?
This is for my dad type deal.
Yeah. Write a little note with, your dad's signature on. My dad wanted to pick up a 12-pack.
And in one scene, they show him going to school with a 6-pack. And he just sits down and he cracks open a beer. And
I remember seeing that part,
And the teacher's like, you drinking a beer? And he's just drinking. I'm like, man. But could you imagine being left alone?
At 17?
When you're a senior in high school, they just leave, your parents just leave the house. You can do whatever you want.
I think for a normal kid, that might not be that bad. But if you're lost and they give you that much fucking freedom, forget it, dude. If you're halfway off the deep end already and somebody just, here, we're going to go, you just stay here.
The fuck
that was my stomach.
Holy shit. Are you hungry? Holy shit. Sound like there was about to be an accident up in this motherfucker.
Did you see the episode, though, where he's living with his grandmother?
No.
Dog. And he starts cussing her out and stuff because his dad don't want to deal with him. This kid was crazy.
Fuck that, dude. Man. I can't wrap my mind around it. You know what I mean? Like any of it. Like that's just like I'm telling you, like I watched some shows and whatnot and watched about murderers and all that and been intrigued and it didn't bother me. But there was just something about the fact that this was really real and it was going on when we were fucking our early 20s. Right? What years did he start doing it?
I think when he was in high school, I think we might be around the same age.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Like that's like, fuck that, dude. Like, super fucking crazy. Again, it's like, you tell, like me telling Milo, hey, man, I don't want you to go because it's going to be fucking, you never know what's going to happen. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. And then you watch shit like that or like the shit that happened in Mexico and you're like, yeah, nobody thought that shit could happen either. She was going with friends and her friend whooped her. You know what I mean? This dude chopped you up and put you in the freezer. Keep your head in a wooden box.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
Fuck, dude. But those years are hard enough in life when you're not a ticking time bomb. Much less when you are and somebody leaves you alone and there's no guidance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they set that fucking kid up for failure.
Also, but you got to remember the times. Back then, you didn't think, because the crazy shit that this dude did at his grandmother's house. She was just like, you need to go to church with me.
Oh, wow.
In the show, she just kept telling me, you need to go to church with me.
God tells everything, dude.
And now, everybody knows you could be crazy, so I would think that parents would actually do something about it.
Fuck. Again, look at it from the other's perspective. Let's say all this shit happened. How do you, like, if you were that dude's dad, how do you reconcile that in your head? Hey, oh, fuck. Hey, Bob, yeah, I'm going to have to skip that afternoon meeting. I got to go. My son's been arrested for killing and eating a bunch of dudes he had sex with. So, yeah, I'm going to probably miss tomorrow's meeting, too.
Yeah.
Like, how do you reconcile that with yourself? Especially knowing that you left him alone in a house at 17. The last years of his formative years.
And also in the show, which is jacked up, is after he already graduated, his dad introduced him to his girlfriend. They went out to like lunch or something.
Okay.
And in the show, his dad was like, "So you graduated high school? Good job." And I was like, "Man." He's like, "What are you planning on doing now? You applied for colleges?" He's like, "No, college is not for me." He's like, what are you talking about? You should have already been applying. You should already have this mapped out. And I'm like, man, they really did leave this kid alone.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to say, "Oh, so you graduated high school. Good job." I was like, wow.
Right?
Dude, that's bad.
I don't know, man. So at some point, do you charge the parent? What if they would have gone after the parent for the shit he was doing? Because he left him there by himself. Can they do that?
They probably could now. Back then, no. Back then, it was normal.
Latchkey kids, huh? Were you a latchkey kid?
I guess you could call me a latchkey kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Go home and nobody's home. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't...
My mom was always home.
I didn't have the key around my neck like a necklace, but, it was close enough.
Right? You hid it under the mat or in one of the
I don't remember.
jars by the door? Or you had to wait till your brother got home because he had the key?
I don't remember. Yo, when we were seniors, how did you have your own car to get home?
Yeah, I had the Monte Carlo.
Okay.
My two-tone purple people eater.
I mean, because I was close enough to be able to walk to and from school.
Right.
So it wasn't too bad. It was like half an hour walk at the most. But in the mornings, I had a kid that would pick me up, which was cool. I was always running late, though. I feel bad for the kid. At our 10-year high school reunion, was that the first one?
Yes.
At the 10-year,
I believe so.
I actually ran into him. And we got to talking, and I thanked him again. I shouldn't say again. I sincerely thanked him for all those times he gave me a ride to school. Because, you say thanks at the time, but it was like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
But, I mean, dude, there were times when he'd be out there waiting 10 minutes, 15 minutes, making him late for first period. So, yeah, I realized that and, had a nice conversation with him.
Because you lived by the Landeros brothers because they were right down the street from you. Like Rick and Mondo.
They are.
They were in the lowriders. They probably didn't really. And Rick was in band. He was a big boy. I don't know if you remember him.
No.
And then, but you didn't hang out with God. What was the guy's name? There was Fritz, and Fritz had the fucking orange tempo, the candy tempo. Who was a Filipino kid with a white Jetta that had the real big fucking...
Oh, yeah. I don't remember. I know who you're talking about, though.
Right?
Yeah. That hairdos they had right there.
Yeah, because they were fucking high, right?
Yeah. And they would put the yellow, the blonde stripe in it.
Oh, yeah.
Streak.
Yeah. They were trying to be Manny.
Yeah.
Manny had his OG, though. That was some original shit. There was a couple, but they all lived right there by you, right?
Yeah, Veterans Track, we had a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Going home, if I wasn't by this kid's car, he would just go home without me. Because sometimes I'd be hanging out, stuff like that. So I would sometimes try to catch him before he left, and he'd be gone. So I'd have to walk home.
And the people you were hanging out with wouldn't give you a ride home?
The people I would hang out with either didn't have cars or they were like into sports and they were hanging out after.
Yeah, you hung out with all the sports cats, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I would always go, like, either go to work or to Mo's house. Hung out with Mo a lot, or out to Manny's, if I remember correctly, in high school. Especially after school, we drive all the way out to Desert Hot Springs, but because he didn't have his probe yet, right?
Oh no, I don't think he even had a car in high school.
Yeah, he got his after school. It was black, huh?
Yeah.
His probe was black. It was nice.
Yeah, it was actually.
I almost had one, but I didn't want to drive a car with all that glass. I think I was afraid of driving a car with that much glass on it, because they were the first ones that had the glass roof.
Wasn't it a hatchback? Was it a hatchback that was just all glass?
Is that what it was?
I think so.
The back end opened all the way up?
Let me look it up right now.
Had it been like a 1990 or 91 probe? I remember there being a lot of glass on the car. And it looked like a lot like the car that we built in computer class.
Yeah, it was just a hatchback.
You see? But not like a traditional square hatchback. Yeah. Yeah. Is that still considered a hatchback?
Yeah, because the whole back goes up.
Huh.
Those cars were nice.
Yeah, they were. It was just a Ford.
It was nice. You know what car used to be hard?
What's that?
Was it the Ford GT?
Yep.
Back then?
Yep. The ones that the pony ones that look like they look like the Conquest.
Yeah.
Because the Conquest
GT.
was the original one.
You could what kind of car was it though? A Ford what?
Escort GT.
Okay. Yeah. Because the Escort was whack. But the Escort GT
Right.
was off the hook.
Yeah. That one looked really, yeah. And they had it in that, it was real popular in that like teal color, that translucent bluish green color. Huge in that color. And then everything had fucking, all the little mini trucks had 13 by 10 reverse. So all the fucking wheels stuck out, call them steamrollers. Remember those?
No.
No? You had the truck, and then the truck had wheels that stuck out about that far, front and back, all the way around.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, little steamrollers.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, I was mini trucking at its best, at its finest. That was some shit right there.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I remember Nick Avalos?
Yeah, I remember who he is.
He had a mini truck, and the bed, he had hydraulics on it, so the bed would lift up at an angle.
Okay.
So one time, it was a nice truck too. So one time we were out like in Indio cruising around.
Oh shit.
And and we pulled up on some girls, and him and I were in the front, and he had this buddy. I forgot his name. He had a funny nickname. It was like Booty or something like that. So he was in the bed, and they had a camper shell and everything. So we were talking. We were at a stop sign or some red light or something, and Nick goes, "Hey, did you meet my friend Booty?" So they were like, "What are you talking about?" So he hit the button, and the bed rose. So he stuck his head out and was talking to them. So like we could look up through the moonroof
and see him.
So the light turns green, and Nick hit the button to lower it, and he still had his head sticking out. So
fucking almost decapitated.
Dog. All we heard was, ow, 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 ow. And dude, I swear to God, I look up and all I see is his forehead and his whole arm stuck out. His head and his arm was like getting crushed.
Oh shit!
And so he hit the button again to relieve it, and he kind of like slid in, and he brought the bed down, and we're looking at each other. We're like, oh shit! And Nick goes, "Hey man, you okay?" Because it was like at this point it's like real quiet,
right?
And all you hear is, "Yeah, I'm okay." And we just started dying laughing. I feel bad, but we were, dude, he was crying back there.
Fucking poor guy.
I mean, dude, he could have chipped some teeth, anything.
Could have broke his neck.
Dog.
Holy shit.
That was so funny.
We were stupid back in the
Dude,
day, bro. Fuck.
one time, you know what else? What another car that was, it wasn't a hot car, but it was like a car that everyone could afford.
Right.
Was the Hyundai, was it Excel? When Hyundai's first came out?
Yeah, that was a little hatchback, right? Or no, it was a little sedan.
It was a sedan,
It looked like the Mitsubishi Mirage almost.
Something like that, yeah. A friend of ours had one of those. And there was like 5 of us. And we went to a party out in Indio. I'm talking like a ranch out in Indio. And this is like, I was in like 10th grade. I think I had a driver's license. I don't even remember. But we were coming back. I had to drive because everybody else had been drinking. And dude, I did the stupidest thing, and I still remember it to this day when it triggers, which our conversation right now did. We were driving back on the freeway, and somebody was fucking with me about something I don't remember. And I decided to try and fuck with them back by turning the wheel left and right real fast.
You almost flipped that motherfucker.
Dude. It was one of those things that I kept having to do it for like a good 20 seconds because I was losing it. I was dumb. I don't remember taking my foot off the gas pedal, which
right?
You know, at least I was smart enough to not slam on the brakes.
Yeah,
but dog, it was fishtailing, and I'm playing it cool because they thought I was still fucking around for those 20 seconds, but I was going left to right trying to catch it again.
Shitting yourself.
Dog, you don't even understand. Dude, I'm scared right now of what I did. That was the worst. 10th grade. And one of the dudes, I had told that story like a decade later, we ran into each other, we were talking. And not that we remembered that party, but I was like, I don't know if you remember this one time we were doing it. I was like, and I told him that story. He's like, so you're saying we could have been killed that night? I was like, yeah, dude. We could have died that night. I'm not even laughing about it, kid.
Fuck.
That was bad. That was all bad.
Jesus criminy. All fucked up. All of it. Did you ever have any crazy stories from high school? Nothing?
No. Crazy story is that we almost got in a fight in the parking lot twice. Me and my best friend. Not with each other, obviously. But there was this one time that I had asked some girl to prom, and she fucking posted it all over the place when she told me yes. So we were still at her house, and like 15 minutes later, and she goes, oh shit. So what? She goes, so some kid wants to fight you? Like, why? He goes, because I posted that you asked me to prom. Like, really? He wants to fucking fight me over that? So I told him he can fucking talk to me about it. He doesn't have to talk to you. So he fucking did.
Called your bluff really quick.
Yeah. But I called his bluff right back. He was talking shit. I'm going to fucking kick your ass after school. I said, dude, you know where I park? I park in the same spot every day. I'll see you after school. He's like, I can't tomorrow. I got boxing practice. Like, is that supposed to fucking scare me? He never showed up. Same girl. My best friend was talking to her sister. Something like that. Something having to do with the family. And she came to pick up the girl that I had asked to prom. And that girl gets out of the car with a fucking tire iron and goes and threatens his ass. I'm going to fucking fight you. Like, I got a tire iron too. And he goes and reaches behind his truck seat and grabs the tire iron too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that town has issues.
Good old Tehachapi.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Trying to think of anything else. We did our senior prank was that we were going to camp out at the school on like a Saturday night or something. And we obviously got it okayed with the fucking principal. So we went and we had all our shit set up. There were people up by the library, like a full fucking band playing. Some kid had brought his drum kit.
Oh, wow.
People brought guitars and amps and we're all playing. I can't remember what we brought, but we brought something to have fun that night. People brought skateboards and shit. We were just having fun in the school. And we all planned on staying the fucking night there. Like, we had sleeping bags and we had blankets and pillows and all that shit. And we were planning on spending the night. Somebody called the fucking cops because they saw a bunch of kids at the high school fucking around. And the cops came in and they were like, "Nah, we're shutting this shit down." And everybody was calling the principal and he wouldn't fucking pick up. He was like, "I want no part of it." So we got kicked out. I guess a couple kids had guns though.
But that goes to show you how small of a city it is. I don't ever remember having my fucking principal's phone number.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vice principal? No. Fuck that. That's funny shit. All right. Any final words?
Nah, I'm good.
Tony? What you got?
Just a couple of birthdays. My sister-in-law Eva, her birthday is actually Thanksgiving, so her birthday fell on Thanksgiving.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
So happy birthday, Eva! And Robert's newly acquired son-in-law that we went to their wedding.
Oh, nice!
His birthday is Sunday. He'll be 27. Happy birthday, Gio!
Happy birthday!
Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Newly acquired, I think, is funny.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody listening, thank you so much. You guys, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family and all the food that you're going to have, and we'll see you next week.
We are thankful for all the listeners.
Yes.
Wow.